So Marvel Studios, like any studio, finds themselves usually with bad cuts of most of their movies, but they figured out a way to get around that. So most recently with the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp, things have been rather interesting for Marvel Studios. The movie is doing fine at box office, a little less than expert analysts predicted, but it's doing rather fine considering all the things. You know, it's a follow-up to Ant-Man, so that's really all you need to know. It's a follow-up to Ant-Man. So yeah, but on the other hand, Kevin Feige, recently the man in charge of Marvel Studios, wanted to directly talk about Marvel Studios' approach to all of these movies and how different some of the movies might be. Now, I've talked about it before, and I'll probably end up talking about it in the future because there's always new subscribers to this channel that might not know. A lot of Marvel Studios movies literally come down to the wire. Like, a week before they're doing the premiere around the world somewhere, they're still cutting the movie and piecing pieces really together to make sure it comes out the way we see it. And this all started back with Iron Man 1. They were shooting that movie, finishing up shooting and editing 6 weeks before the official release. And the film was apparently in an unwatchable state at that time, so look at what they were able to do really quickly, right? Well, here's what Kevin Feige had to say about Marvel Studios specifically dealing with Ant-Man and the Wasp. We test. There are earlier versions of Ant-Man and the Wasp that you would not be saying nice things about, as is true for all of our films. You cut together what you have and watch it. You see what you have and how you want to adapt it. And you go shoot additional material, which we do for all of our movies. And we begin to shape it. I don't think people realize what a collaborative, living sort of piece of art a film is. 4 weeks ago, this movie was different. So that right there, I think, tells you everything you need to know. They might look like a well-oiled machine, but there's still cracks in that machine that could fall through at any moment. And I think that's kind of what you got to look at here. They figured out a formula. The formula works and they do it. And they've gotten really good at completing the vision they have. But sometimes things are still literally being cut down to the last final moment, and it gives us the products we have. So even if they're the best in the industry currently, it really doesn't mean much because it could go south at any point.